Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I have a pretty special video for you guys. If you guys are part of this channel or already or are coming from either a YouTube suggested video, I hope you guys enjoy. Today I'm actually going to be walking you guys through the vending machine business, kind of a step-by-step tutorial. I want to be totally transparent with you guys. I am not myself within the vending machine business. With that said, that doesn't mean I haven't done my research. I spent a couple hours today actually kind of looking at the business model. It's something that I'm very interested in, and I kind of put a spreadsheet for you, or a PowerPoint kind of presentation for you guys. I think you guys will really take a lot from it, just in terms of kind of the basics to start up the business. So if you guys do enjoy any part of the video, definitely give it a thumbs up, and if you aren't part of the family yet, hit that subscription button down below. I'll release a bunch of more videos like this. But with that said, let's get right into today's video. So as you guys can see, again, I am now going to be going through kind of a PowerPoint that I made for you guys. It's not going to be ridiculously long, but there are points that I think you should know when kind of looking to start up the vending machine business, whether you're actually going to go out there and do it, or just kind of thinking about it from kind of my perspective. I think you guys will see some value from it. So again, starting a vending machine business in 2019, pretty much from knowing nothing all the way to kind of figuring out how do you get your first location, how do you get that first kind of machine. So getting right into it, why vending machines? So again, I've done my research on it and I've looked at the business model a lot recently, but there's a lot of great benefits to it. So first, a low startup cost. So I want to make a note real quick that these aren't the startup costs of one of those machines where they're high like electronic things. I'm talking more about the vending machines that are like kind of your quarters, nickels kind of thing. Pretty much just quarters, but none of those advanced things. Those cost a couple $1,000s, and a lot of people do make a decent amount of money on those. But for the average person, it's kind of, where do I start with pretty much little to no capital? Well, this is kind of the route you guys should go. So the second great point about these vending machines, and I'll talk about kind of the different ones you can kind of invest in, but it's easy maintenance. These aren't really too complicated, especially because these aren't kind of the electronic things, so there isn't some sort of software or anything you need to worry about with the vending machine. So they are pretty easy maintenance. A lot of the parts can be replaced on these things, so that's a big point that benefit that I have for the vending machine business. And the third one, it could potentially be very profitable. But with that said, a lot of people, what they don't talk about in YouTube videos with the vending machine business is, one, you need to put in kind of a lot of work to get to that point where it's very profitable, and two, the results come with many machines. So that kind of goes with number one. But it's going to take a decent amount of machines to make any sort of amount of money. I mean, you think about it, people are just putting quarters in for little pieces of candy here and there. That doesn't make you a millionaire overnight or anything close to it. So it's kind of a pro and con, but if you do it if you put in the work, it's literally kind of dummy proof. You put the machines, have them in multiple locations, you could be very profitable with it. It's not going to make you a millionaire, but it's going to give you a decent check by the end of the month. So step one, what's the step one? Was first finding a machine. So again, I told you guys I was going to talk about this. There's several types of machines you guys can invest in. So kind of from my research, these are the main ones I kind of came up with. There's gumball machines, toy machines, sticker and tattoo machines, that kind of thing. And obviously there's a couple others, but that's pretty much the top ones that I had seen doing my research. And it's basically, you guys have seen vending machines. They're just these little things you put quarters in, you turn them, and whether it's a gumball that comes out, a sticker, a tattoo, sometimes there's little games you can kind of get from these vending machine things. It's pretty simple. It's not like rocket science or anything, but you might be wondering, where do I buy them? So for my research, I found this website to be really good and pretty cheap to buy a brand new machine. It's called www.gumballmachine.com. And don't get that wrong, they don't just sell gumball machines, but they carry pretty much everything you may need. So I'll show you guys kind of the website. So this is basically the website. Again, Gumball Machine Warehouse. They pretty much have everything you kind of need. And if you go down here to the vending machine category, you guys can see they have gumball machines, toy vending machines, sticker and tattoo vending machines. This is where I was kind of getting the idea from. So you can, and a lot of these, like this category here, you can get kind of them in bulk. So if you see here, if I want to get these, I can get them in bulk for like 10 for $7.99. You're probably going to save a decent amount of money doing it. But if we look at just kind of like what an average one would look like, let's go to a gumball machine, and let's just go a single head gumball machine. Well, they're about $80 to $90, which is super reasonable for a brand new machine. So this one's just the only one that's sold out, but that comes with a stand and everything like that you get, except the things inside of it, but they do supply. If you guys want to buy that, you can do bulk candy here as well, or I recommend you guys can just go to like Target, buy things in bulk, or find other websites where you can get those things in large quantities where you're saving money on that end of kind of thing. So let's get back in the presentation. And the last point I have for you guys when picking a machine, from the different videos that I watched, and this is pretty much will apply to any kind of business you get in, it's always beneficial to pick a niche, and you kind of want to run with that. So obviously in the beginning you don't really know what you want to do, but figure out what you might want to have a passion for, whether it's candy, toys, snacks. If you want to get in the electronic vending machines, go for it. You're probably going to need a couple $1,000s in capital to do it, but those could be a lot more profitable a lot faster. Think about it, they accept credit cards, dollars, stuff like that. It might get a little bit more complicated on the back end side of thing, but if you have them in the right location and you have those kind of machines, you'll probably make way more money than this kind of strategy. But don't get me wrong, you still make, if you do it the right way, you can make a decent amount of money with just these gumball, toy, sticker, tattoo machines. So step 2, finding a location. This is super important because this will kind of make or break how much money you're going to make on average with the vending machine. So the more vending machines you have in very high traffic areas, the more money you're going to make, because naturally the more people that walk by it, the more kids walk by it, or whatever niche you're in, they're going to put a quarter in, and that's more money for you on that side of things. So examples, if you guys don't know like where to even start, I'd recommend looking at like kid activity centers, like trampoline kind of jump places, bowling alleys, arcades, that kind of thing. A lot of them will probably already have it in it, but you want to find those few that you could put a couple of these machines in at once, or maybe just one machine to start out. Another one would be hair salons. You think about it when women go to, or in a sense just moms, go to their hair salons. When they have super young kids, a lot of times they'll just bring them and they'll kind of hang out there. So the kids would love some sort of vending machine to go and just put in a quarter or something like that. It keeps their kids busy. Mom will have no problem putting in a little quarter for their kid to stay happy while they get their hair done. Another one would be schools. When I was at university, this is something I thought about. I always saw vending machines there. Maybe not those kid ones, but more of those electronic ones. Maybe potentially in elementary schools. I don't really know how that works, but schools could be a very profitable place to do it. And something I did do research on, I saw this in another YouTube video, would be auto shops. This also has to do kind of with hair salons, but he was kind of talking about where do you go with kids where you kind of just sit in the lobby, and then that would be kind of like an auto shop when you get your oil changed or kind of anything done. Moms or dads will always just have to sit in the lobby with their kid. And now thinking about it, there's actually I've probably seen a ton of vending machines in those kind of places. So those are just a couple places you guys can check out if you're looking for a location. Obviously there's a ton more out there, but those are kind of where I would start if I was just in the beginning stages of this. So step 2, again, finding a location. How do you land a location? So I want to mitigate as many questions as you guys probably have. You'll probably have way more. And just note, if you guys have questions, leave them in the comment section down below. Either I or probably other people that watch this will be able to answer your questions, but I'll do my best. Obviously I told you I'm not in this industry, but it's something I potentially may look into, or just maybe not, but I think it's just super interesting way to make money, especially in this day and age. But first, when finding a location, you need to go in and talk to the owner. You could do it over the phone, but I've noticed being in the ATM business a little while back that it pretty much is the same thing. You want to kind of shake their hand. You want to know the owner. You want to put a face to the name kind of thing. And always it's a little bit more professional, but some people are super busy. They're never in their shops, wherever that might be, or the location you're trying to put your vending machine in. You just talk to the phone. A lot of the times when you go in the first time, the owner won't be there, so just ask when they will be in, go then, or just ask for their personal cell phone number if they do give that out. So you can also, and so how do you actually kind of benefit them? So a lot of people talk about giving a percentage of profits. So that's basically just revenue share. If a machine is already in there already, don't kind of discount, or just don't kind of blow that out of the water in a sense of you just leaving because there's already one in there. See if they are giving a profit share at all, because some of them probably don't even give a profit share to the owner of the company of where that vending machine is in. And if they do, see what percentage it is, if they'll tell you and offer some sort of higher percentage. If they're already giving like over 20%, I'd say probably don't, because you're not making too much money in this already. So you don't want to give too much profit share. Probably about 10% is what I've seen kind of in the industry standard of what you can give as revenue share to the owner of that business, because they need to have some sort of benefit. Like if I were in that position, I want my company, like my retail location, to benefit somewhat off of somebody else's business if they're going to come in and make money off of my location that I'm paying rent for. So just make it clear that you will take care of everything. That's a huge kind of benefit to you if you're kind of giving that pitch to the owner, that you'll take care of everything. You'll clean it, you'll fill it, you'll give them money and everything like that. And extras is something I saw when I was doing the ATM business. But if you really want to look professional, get some sort of business card. You can kind of give on, you can get them on Vistaprint for like $5 to $20, or get a custom polo. Just kind of embroider one at your local mall. Make some sort of name up for your business, whether that's the LLC you create, or just, if you don't have one yet, just kind of make one that makes you look a little bit professional. It does help. I can kind of vouch for that. So step 3, it's honestly just pulling the trigger. So after you found location, you have the machine, it's just pulling the trigger. You just got to buy it. You're not investing a lot of money. If you can't invest $100 in a machine with some stuff inside of it, like the candy or whatever you do, you probably are meant for entrepreneurship anyway. So honestly, that's what I've noticed about any businesses. You just have to pull the trigger. So I know a lot of you want to talk about how much you can potentially make. So I just want to note, this is a very rough estimate, but based on some of the other information I got, this is kind of the median of it. So I think this might be the most valuable kind of number slide that I've seen on other YouTube videos or online. So average profit margin, some people say 40, some people say 10. I kind of average it out to about $20 per month. So hear me out. Now I know that sounds really little, but you kind of have to think of the compounding effect. So cost per machine, again, we looked at the website, it's about $80 brand new, but you can probably find used ones on eBay or Craigslist, perfect condition, that you can probably get for $20 to $50. So that's just kind of average. You can probably find them a lot cheaper that way, but the cost of candy I've seen costs about 5 cents cents per transaction. If your goal profit is $1,000 to $1,200 per month, the total sales on that would be about $1,600 minus those fees of the cost of candy and everything like that. So how many machines will you need to get to about $1,000 to $1,200 per month of profit? Well, it's about 80 machines. So that's, again, it's very rough. It could be less or more depending if your actual vending machines make more than others. Obviously some will make more than others, but that's why I talked about the importance of a good location. It's super important that you guys take time and find the right business. Don't settle. It will make a difference in your business model, especially when the compounding effect kind of goes into kind of play. That's where you can make a lot of money. 80 machines, that does sound like a lot. It is a lot. You need a lot of kind of time and patience with the industry, but if you keep doing it, you'll probably do that within a year or two, and you're easily making an easy check per month that you can somewhat kind of automate if you have other people fill the machines for you. And $1,000 to $1,200 I think is a little bit low, so kind of look at probably a bigger number per profit after total sales minus kind of expenses. So I just want to give you guys a rough estimate for that. If you guys have if you're doing the business and you have kind of different numbers, let me know in the comment section down as well. I'm pretty interested to see how much potentially some of the top guys are making in this. But that's pretty much it I have for today's video. Again, this isn't too much of like I've done this and you guys can just go, I'm gonna teach you everything about it. I just wanted to give you guys a lot of kind of like a rough estimate of what the vending machine kind of holds or what it entails, how much money you could potentially make and how much it kind of costs to start up, which is very minimal. Which if you're having a very minimal cost, that's kind of a correlation to why you're not making a ton of money. But remember the compounding effect, it could add up and you can make a decent check every single month doing it just by having little quarters in your machine all around the state or wherever you're at. Just remember you do have to go fill these up in the beginning, so make sure they're not too far out. With that said, if you guys did enjoy the video, definitely give it a thumbs up, and if you're not part of the family yet, hit that subscription button down below. I'll be making a ton of videos. If you guys have any video ideas that you guys want to see, again, leave a comment down below. I love to see engagement on these videos. So with that said, I appreciate you guys so much if you made it this far, and I'll catch you in the next video.